Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Khairul Nisa Najwa binti Khairul Azlan. I'm from Kuliah 8. This video is about ASP0505 mini project, electrical bills project. So, I live in Taman Rimba Perkasa in Alor Gajah, Melaka. My home size is 1560.78 square feet. It is a terrace house. It's owned by my parents. There's a total of 5 adults, including myself, and also 2 children, which is my brothers. And my home tariff category is TNB. There are a lot of electrical appliances in my house. For example, air conditioner, ceiling fan, fridge, freezer, television, washing machine, and also a dryer. But for this project, I choose the one that we frequently use, which is, as I mentioned before, and there are also other electrical appliances that I didn't count in the calculation because most of the time we didn't use it as frequently as I have stated in the soft copy. For example, toaster, steam iron, wall fan. So, yeah, because mostly it is used by me, and since I didn't live in in my house, as I live in my college, so mostly it didn't use as much as other electrical appliances. So for this project, I chose 3 consecutive months electrical bills, which is November 2019, December 2019, and also January 2020. In November 2019, the total of electrical consumption is 699 kilowatt hour, and the total bill is 285.85 ringgit. In December 2019, the total of electrical consumption is 705 kilowatt hour, and the total bill is 289.13 ringgit. In January, the total electrical consumption is 666 kilowatt hour, and the total bill is 267.84. As you can see in the bar graph in the document, the total of electrical consumption is the highest in December, followed by in November, and it dropped drastically in January. It is because in December, as it is during the school break and also the semester break, so most of my family members are at home, and as we didn't really go out visiting our relative or going out for vacation, so most of the time we spend our time in the house. So that is why most of the electrical appliances in the house are used more frequently than usual, and the total hour of usage is doubled. And in January, the value dropped drastically from 705 kilowatt per hour to 666 kilowatt hour because the school has started and there are only 4 residents in my house, which is my parents and 2 of my brothers. So my parents is working, so most of the daytime there's no one at home, and most of the electrical appliances are used during the night time. Okay, I have applied appliances usage charge, and based on the charge, the most energy consumed appliances is air conditioner. This is because my house have 2 air conditioner, which is in my living room and also in my parents' room. And in December 2019, it can be said that most of the time air conditioner runs for almost more than 12 hours per day, and this is why air conditioner is the most energy consumed appliances than other electrical appliances. And for in the second place, followed by ceiling fan, which is 75.6 kilowatt hour, because there are 3 ceiling fan in my house which we frequently use in my living room, dining area, and also in my parents' room. There are also one ceiling fan in other bedrooms, but most of my family members didn't really use that room, so I didn't count it in the calculation. And in the third place is water dispenser, which is 72 kilowatt hour. It is because the water dispenser, you also actually use electrical energy, and it runs for 24 hours. The average cost monthly is the total sum up is 842.82 ringgit, and divided by 3 months, the average cost is 280.94 ringgit. For the average cost daily rates, the total sum of daily rates is 69 kilowatt hour, and divided by the 3 months, the average rate is 23 kilowatt hour. Moving on to the discussion, the amount of electrical consumption is the highest in December than in November, because as I mentioned before, because it is in the holiday and semester break time, so most of my family members are at home and we use a lot of electrical appliances than we usually do in other months, and this has caused the amount of our usage per day also increase, and thus our total bill amount also increase and become the highest compared to the other months. However, in January, the amount of electrical consumption dropped because as there's lesser people in the house, so most of the time we didn't use much electrical appliances compared to in November and also in December. And there's also no one at home in the daytime, so we only use electrical appliances during the night time and when we go to the sleep. And last but not least, the estimated reading is slightly higher than the actual reading in December month, because there are different kilowatt hour reading for each appliances that I have found in the internet in various websites. I have searched for almost various websites to know each electrical appliances electrical consumption. So mostly there are quite slightly different readings, so it is quite difficult to know which one is the correct one. And in addition, the total amount of our usage in the estimated reading is exceeded and not accurate than in the actual reading. In conclusion, there are numerous ways that we can practice to keep our bills down. For example, by making small changes in how we use our energy in our home, and in our daily life we can practice it. So this can save more money in our environment, and we can also learn how to conserve our energy. First of all, we can switch off lights and electronic appliances after we use and when we don't use them. We can keep the electrical appliances, and we can keep the electrical appliances when we don't use. For example, toaster and coffee maker. I have toaster and coffee maker in my home, and we keep it away because mostly we didn't use it. We only use it when we want to, and this can keep us to save more electrical energy in the house. We can turn off heater or cooling units such as air conditioner and fans and other appliances when we go to bed or leave the house. Turning things off at the power point is much better than switch off at the switch or using remote control, because it can cut off the electrical energy. Secondly, we can shut doors and also close curtains. By shutting doors and close curtains, it can help to reduce the cost of heating and cooling. During cooler months, shut the doors and curtains or blind seal the windows properly, as it will keep your house warmer. Meanwhile, during warmer months, keep your curtains closed during the day to keep the sun off the windows. This will keep the house remain cooler. So there are also other ways that we can do. For example, during the rain, we can close the air conditioner and open the doors and windows to make the cool air come into the house, and it will make our house more cooler. Third, we can save energy by how we wash and dry our clothes. Instead of wash our clothes regularly or frequently, we can collect them and keep the dirty clothes until it is in the large pile of clothes. So and then we wash instead of small amount, because it can save more energy, and we can wash it or once in a while. And so choose the shortest washing cycle, as it reduces the amount of power use. And in addition, instead of using a dryer, we can hang clothes at the outside during the hot weather, or let them dry naturally, or use a fan to help them dry indoors, because dryer use a lot of energy. But in my case, my parents is always working, so they didn't really have time to do home chores, so we had to use dryer. Next, we can save energy in kitchen, as fridge and freezer use up a lot of energy and run for 24 hours. Energy can be saved by make sure the doors are closed tightly and there's no gap or cracks which allow cold air to escape. This is because if there is a gap or cracks, the cold air will escape and the inside of the refrigerator will become warmer and the temperature will increase. So it will need to consume more electrical energy to decrease the temperature back to the needed temperature. So it will consume more electrical energy. Last but not least, we can save energy with solar energy, because solar energy can help save money and energy bills. Solar energy can generate solar electricity in the day while we are away from home and can be saved and used in the night and more. For example, we can also use solar energy for hot water system. In my neighborhood area, there's a industrial area, and there's a solar factory, which also known as sun power. And most of my neighbors use solar panel to generate solar energy. So this is one of the ways that can help us to conserve more of our electrical energy. So that is the end of my video. Thank you.